Good morning, Patty Christensen, Hand CRPS lady. Been doing a lot of posts lately. I call it the button, my continuous glucose monitor. And I wanted to, what's the best way for me to do this? To kind of show you, all right, so it's morning. Oh dear. All right, there we go. I was afraid I was gonna have to redo this. And you can see I'm still dropping pretty low, but you're like, man, Patty, but you seem to be up a little high for you. And I'm like, exactly. Let me show you the day before. Hold on, I got to get, morning sun. And you see how, my normal low, and then it went up like this. And it's like getting close to, 90s, 100. How was I able to pull that off? Carbs. So I can only get these in St. George. I can't get them in Salt Lake. I try to really only eat single ingredient foods, preferably that I, grew or bought from the actual producer. But these are some gluten-free tortillas that are made with, sorry, I had to push pasta. Couldn't think of the word. Chickpeas. Okay, that's what this is kind of made. So they're not really good for rolling up. They're not really the most flexible things in the world. But I put my meat concoction that I like to eat inside of this and ate it. And the reason I had to go back and look was I wanted to see, did it do this? Remember, the huge spikes, no bueno. If I do your standard generic gluten-free tortilla, which is like rice, which is sugar or whatever, it's so if I'm going to do carbs, apparently this doesn't set me off as much. But what I do see is I stay elevated for 24 48 hours before dropping back down to my my normal zone. And I still do, hold on, I got to get that so that there we go. So I still drop at night, but just not as bad as before, because I wanted to show the number of low glucose events based on time of day, okay, over the past week. And what you find is it's the 3 a.m., 4 a.m. times. This is when I really don't do well. And apparently I never have any issues in the 4 to 6 p.m. time frame. So just wanted to share that. And the other thing, I got to get past the glare. So it's kind of at a little bit of an angle. Sorry, it's very sunny down here, even this early in the morning. But you can see that's the ones that it's the mandatory alarm. But, I was able to stay up, during the day pretty decent, and then running low. Basically, I run low a third of the time, and what they'll call okay 2/3 of the time, which okay for them is anything between 70 and 130, and for me that's 70, 71, right? So I thought I'd share that, again, encouraging everybody to get a button, a continuous glucose monitor. See what works for you and doesn't work for you. If I can convince my very anti-medicine husband to do this, it'll be very interesting to see how he responds. Or if any of you guys are on continuous glucose monitors, aka the buttons, kind of say, what's your norm, what sets you off, and how long until you get back to your standard zone.